Today we're going to be testing a recipe for a high protein, keto friendly dessert that was our favorite when we were growing up. So a lot of the time at the end of the video, Sarah and I ask you guys for ideas for videos, and we ask you to leave comments in the comment section, and we do read them. And Nancy left a comment that kind of resonated with us, and it was for trying her recipe for a no-bake French silk pie. And French silk pie is special to us because that was the pie that our family ordered for every holiday, birthday, occasion. It was always there. I don't know if Baker Square is a thing everywhere. If Baker Square is a thing where you're from, let us know in the comment section below. But it's basically like a rich, chocolatey, decadent chocolate pie that I don't think is baked typically, but this one is definitely not baked, which is perfect because it's like 100 degrees in Chicago. And it wouldn't be us if we didn't try to add protein into everything, because protein is really big right now in this niche. We are going to be adding cottage cheese to this recipe, but it's Nancy's recipe. It's not our recipe. We're just trying it here today, but Nancy added the cottage cheese and she says it works, so we're going to do that too. The basis for this recipe is going to be almond flour, and we get ours from Thrive Market, who is a sponsor of this video. So as you guys know, Sarah and I absolutely love Thrive Market, and we have been members for years. And if you didn't know, Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. And we know that so many of you guys do not live near a grocery store that sells keto-friendly products, and Thrive Market does. And Sarah and I love going online or in the app, selecting keto and seeing everything that they have to offer. And if you're not keto, they also have 90 other diet and lifestyle choices that you can filter from to see choices that are right for you. Sarah and I always buy our staples from Thrive Market, like almond flour, coconut flour, and keto-friendly sweeteners. And they make it super easy with the buy it again feature. And while we're browsing, we always make sure to look at the deals page to look for those items with extra savings that we want to try. And we also love that orders over $49 ship for free. So join Thrive Market today using our special link, thrivemarket.com/keto-twins, and you are going to get 30% off of your first order plus a free gift of up to $60. So we are going to be leaving this recipe in the description of the video. If you click more under the title, you'll open up the video description and you'll see the recipe and everything you need. Thank you to Nancy for sharing this with all of us, although I don't know if it's going to work. So maybe I shouldn't thank her yet. So there are 3 components to this French silk pie that we're going to be making today. The first is the crust, and we are doing a no-bake keto crust of almond flour, but we decided to toast the almond flour slightly to give it more of a rich feel. And we did that a couple weeks ago, month ago, for another keto-friendly pie, and it turned out really good. So all you do is pour almond flour in a pan and lightly brown it, but not too brown. You just want to get those aromatics going, and it does make it have like a more deep flavor than just using raw almond flour. So we have that done off to the side, and we're gonna pour that into a bowl and start making our keto-friendly crust. We're gonna add in some cocoa powder. This is unsweetened cocoa powder, powdered sweetener. We're using Swerve. You could use allulose if you want. Pinch of salt. It's gonna be like a chocolatey crust.
Which is not traditional.
No, I do love a bakery. I do love a buttery crust. And now we're gonna add in some melted butter. It should make it into a crumbly consistency. So you could make this in one larger pie dish, but we chose these little pie plates because we really like them. And they're cute for individual servings. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of the pie crust into each of the pie dishes, and we're going to pat it down. We're having a discussion over whether the tops of the pies, the sides, need to be filled. I don't think they do because this is an individual pie.
All right, that's fine.
We're gonna put these in the fridge while we get started on our filling. I have the hiccups right now. We're gonna add cream cheese to a bowl and beat it until it's fluffy. Next up, we're going to be adding some keto-friendly chocolate chips. We're using Lily's, but you can... Next up, we're going to be using Lily's keto-friendly chocolate chips that have been melted for about a minute in the microwave. We're gonna add that in there.
Okay, well that's why it was not like a traditional French silk. Go ahead. So Emily made a boo-boo. She read Nancy's recipe wrong and put the cocoa powder in the crust instead of the mousse.
Sarah knew it was wrong and then let me do it anyway. So who's at fault?
This is not traditional.
All right, it's gonna be extra chocolatey then. 1/4 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder in here and not in the crust. Sweetener, we're using Swerve. We're gonna put in some blended cottage cheese. This is where the protein comes in. And then we're gonna add protein powder because we have this giant jug of it and we're gonna use it. She says to add in 1 scoop, which is about 2.5 tablespoons. Now we're gonna add in some vanilla, about a teaspoon. We need to buy the big vanilla because we go through this a lot. This is where it all comes together, minus the whole crust thing.
You're scaring people, including
That's
me.
fine. Here we have our whipped cream. Here we have our filling for our French silk. We're going to put half of this into here and we're going to incorporate it. Kind of quite the arm workout going here. Should I use a fork? No, a fork.
Yeah, use a fork, that might be funny.
I can't even think about words right now. That is some thick French silk. Who wants a light and fluffy? If you eat this, you won't eat for a week. I'm gonna fill the pies as much as I can. I don't know how much is gonna go in here, so we'll see. This is kind of a as you go. Look at that lusciousness.
Maybe use the offset spatula.
I am. Don't you worry. I have that on my. Excuse me.
Just keep it level. Don't.
I am.
You do that. You're like, no. It's supposed to be like a level thing.
This is a learn as you go process. I'm not a pie maker.
We know.
Here's how it looks. We're gonna wipe the edges before we dress it with the fresh whipped cream.
You look insane.
It wouldn't be a French silk without having some shavings of chocolate on top.
Do not shave your fingers.
Which I'm gonna do elegantly with this vegetable peeler.
Just some Lily's chocolate bar.
Oh, they're not turning into spirals. And that is a representation of everything that we do in our lives. There you go. Good enough. Sarah, it looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks okay. So
Okay,
my
you
favorite
wanna
part
film?
was kind of pretty much eating the chocolate curls at the bottom. At the top, I mean.
It tastes like it.
The curl on top gives it authenticity, I think. 2 points off for the chocolate crust.
We have not eaten this for a long time, so we don't really have much to go on.
Yeah, I think they're shutting down too.
What?
Yeah, a lot of the baker squares around are
Really?
going under, unfortunately. We used to go there for a chicken tender meal.
Cup of coffee.
On Wednesdays, they would have a free slice of pie with every meal. It's our jam. Even after high school graduation.
Yep.
We could have stayed around. We're like, no, let's just go to Baker Square.
You know what though? I used to go there when I was keto years ago, and they would like harangue you if you didn't want the pie.
Look, why not? Take it to go.
My husband and I were on keto. This must have been like, I don't know, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We would order something, it was keto friendly, and at the end they'd be like, here.
On
you
Wednesdays.
Get, you get a free pie. And I'd say, oh, we don't want the pie, it's fine. They're like, oh, you need to take the pie. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can
They
give
felt
it
like it was
away. I'm
weird.
like, we live alone. And they're like, well, don't you have any family to give it to? And we're like, like they're taking it personally that Brad and I didn't want these pies.
Yeah, it's very good. Thick, indulgent, has a lot of protein in there. We'll have to calculate all of the macros or whatever.
Right.
The crust is nice and flaky. Do I wish it was just a regular crust, kind of?
I thought you might be won over by my mistake.
No, well, you know, it's like a nice breakup between like the really chocolatey layer in the bottom is like a nice like vanilla crust or whatever.
Okay. Probably use pork rinds too. But you can use whatever you want as the pie crust.
Or not even have a pie crust if you wanted to cut down on calories or work. I like the cream on top too. Maybe I would have more white cream on top. Because then that's like...
There's typically a pretty thick one.
It's good. It's filling.
With lunch.
Lunch and dinner, honestly.
This is kind of bringing me back to Grandma's favorite pie. Grandma always wanted us to be dancers.
Well, we're YouTubers instead.
Yeah. But my grandma was like a professional. She owned a dance studio. And she was always like, oh, you could be a dancer. I'm like, no.
I think you need to be like poised and kind of confident. And not...
Elegant. Not like us.
No, like not not degrading, but like what do we call ourselves? Self-deprecating? Someone called me elegant at work and I said that's just a lie. That's not possible.
Really?
She's like, yeah.
Did she just meet you or what?
No, she'd known me for a long time. It felt odd someone saying that. I just felt even more self-conscious. I'm like, no, that's not what I
mean,
am.
that just proves that you don't know how others perceive you.
Well, she's wrong. Anyway.
Honestly, I would keep it to like half half a serving of this. This is a lot to eat in one serving. So
I think half is a serving.
Right.
Half of a mini pie.
right.
I don't even know if I could eat all the entire thing.
Of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
In one serving,
super
I mean.
rich. Anyway, though, I think that it's worth trying, and we want to thank Nancy for sending us this recipe.
She messed up the crust.
Minus me messing up the crust, which I read it wrong. I'm so sorry. It is okay though. The crust is okay as a chocolate
Yeah, if you
base.
like a chocolate, death by chocolate, or whatever they say, have
Mm-hmm.
you ever heard of that? Cake, then do chocolate in the crust.
Right. And if you
Yeah.
guys see any recipes, or if you have a recipe, let us know in the comments below. Sometimes we do get around to trying some of your recipes, especially if we think that the rest of the audience is going to like it. So YouTube seems to think that you're going to like this video here, so why don't you click on it? We will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah,
And we are the Keto Twins signing out. We're using lilies, but you can